following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, and Dakota Sprinkler.
That one is flown out towards center field. Elliott Life, a long run dive, and he makes the catch! What a diving grab by Elliott Life out in center field.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas.
And Keenos will shoot that out towards the right center field gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. Another run will come in to score. Keenos is going to try and get the second. The throw coming in is cut off by the second baseman. It's the second double of the game for Lincoln Keenos.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you on KCCR by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Birding Electric, and Shane's Pharmacy.
Post 8 will take game 2 by a complete game shutout for Jack Van Camp. A huge win for the Yates.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by Avera, Xander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds.
And Dean will launch it out to right field. That one's going to get out for a walk-off. 3-run homer. And Post 8 is off to Sunday. Third home run for Bennett Dean of the season.
With the call of today's baseball action, KCCR award-winning sports director John Winkler.
And from Watertown, we welcome you here to a doubleheader as Post 8 back in action as they take on Post 17, looking to continue their good stretch that they were on prior now to a near week-long break. And they're taking on a team that has lost 8 in a row. Watertown coming in trying to nix their 8-game losing streak after being swept by 4 different South Dakota opponents from last Tuesday to this past Sunday, Brookings being their latest team that they were swept by on Sunday. Post 8's here this afternoon, and if you're listening to the Open, you heard that's the team that Bennett Dean had the walk-off home run against last year. A lot of this team is, there's some few guys that we saw last year. There's a little bit newer group here for Watertown, but Bennett Dean maybe he can't repeat it in either of these 2 games because Pierre's not the home team, so he can't hit the walk-off home run, but it's a little bit of a shorter porch in right field, or at least it looks like it's a little bit shorter of a porch in right field, and potential for maybe Post 8 to, if you're the left-handed batters in the lineup and Dean and Zabel, maybe be swinging to try and get one extended because the wind's also blowing out here at Watertown as we get set for a doubleheader. Post 8, this field has not been nice to Post 8 or any Pierre team over the last couple of years, dating back to 2019. The Pierre Governors lost to Roosevelt here in Watertown in the regional championship game after a couple of different rainouts, and the rain forced it to come here to Watertown. And then back in 2020, Pierre was here playing a doubleheader as a part of a triangular with Fargo and Watertown, and Post 8 end up getting no hits against Fargo and ended up losing on a walk-off hit, and Watertown had just a couple of home runs to pick up a win over this Pierre Post 8 team. So they're looking for a little bit different fortune on how things are going here in Watertown for this Pierre team. And Isaac Pollock will have something to do with it. He'll be the starter for game number 1 of this doubleheader. Jed Zabel, I believe, is going to be game number 2 that will be the starter. So Pollock will get this first game. These are important games again. Post 8 will go to Sioux Falls on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. While those games are important, one of the 4 that they're guaranteed to play is very, very important. They'll play Sioux Falls East. The other 3 games are against out-of-state teams, and while you want to win those games, talked about it this morning with DT on the morning show on KCCR, and we mentioned that Brian White, the manager of Post 8, he will be getting his team ready to go. He will be getting his pitching staff ready to go based on Saturday night against Sioux Falls East. He'll kind of go, he'll work backwards back to Friday, and then he'll work forward to Sunday morning for their game. And, of course, all 4 games will be on YouTube at KCCR Sports with the Sunday game. That's a 9:30 start, a Sunday morning game that will be on Capital City Rock because the church service will be at 11 o'clock on KCCR. So just to make note of that on Sunday when Pierre is up playing in the Dakota Classic at 9:30 Central Time. The game will be on Capital City Rock, but still will be available to watch on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post States, they are looking for their first win to get over 500 this year. They are 5-5. They've won 5 of the last 6 to get back to the 500 mark, which they haven't been at other than before the first game of the year when they were 0-0. They have not been this record at all. So now they're trying to get over 500, and Watertown at 9-18. They're struggling right now, and again, talked about this morning on the morning show with DT, that the mindset's got to be for Post State that it doesn't matter that they've lost 8 in a row and be ready to play 2 good games against a good Watertown team. And if you're Watertown, the mindset can't be, we've already got 8 losses in a row, here comes another 2 to a Pierre team. That mindset can't be there. They're going to be coming out here expecting to end this losing streak and pick up 2 wins here today. And Pierre can't expect them to roll over to them and pick up another 2 wins and have their losing streak for Watertown go to double digits at 10. Pierre and Watertown come up here from Watertown Stadium, the home of both the Watertown Arrow football team and Post 17 for Watertown. So we will have this doubleheader coming up for you here in just a little bit. We'll step aside for 3 minutes, come back with starting lineups and potentially first pitch here. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
BankWest Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put BankWest Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Milwaukee Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from His Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand, and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here to Watertown, getting set for first pitch between Pierre and Watertown. We'll go through the starting lineups here before we get the national anthem. And for Pierre Post State, it'll be Lincoln Keenels leading things off. He's a shortstop. Jane Weeby, the second baseman, batting second. Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, will bat third. Bennett Dean, the first baseman, batting fourth. Johnny Lyons, the third baseman, batting fifth. Jet Zabel, the DH, batting sixth. Grayson Hunsley, the catcher, batting seventh. George Stalley, the right fielder, batting eighth. And Breckin Kruger, the center fielder, will bat ninth. Isaac Polak will be the starting pitcher for Watertown. And for Watertown Post 17, Ryan Roby, the leading things off. He'll be the center fielder. Drew Denzer, the left fielder, batting second. Braden Zog, the first baseman, batting third. Ben Althoff, the DH, batting cleanup. Jared Cyrus, the right fielder, batting fifth. Andrew Check, the second baseman, batting sixth. Connor Muchler, the catcher, batting seventh. Marcus Ribine, the third baseman, batting eighth. And Jack Heesh, the shortstop, batting ninth. Will Engstrom will be the pitcher. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back with first pitch. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. They're professional. You need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
Central South Dakota's award-winning news station is KCCR 1240 AM, 98.9 FM, K255DE Pierre, a riverfront broadcasting station.
And we welcome you back here as we are set for first pitch between Pierre and Watertown as Post State's the visitors here in game number 1. We'll get the scoreboard up on YouTube at KCCR Sports, and we are ready to roll as Will Engstrom will be the man on the mound for this Watertown Post 17 team. As for Engstrom, he will be making his third starts of the season. He has 1-1 so far, giving up 9 hits in 12 innings, 6 runs, 2 of them earned. It is 6 walks, 10 strikeouts for Engstrom. He has a 1.167 ERA and a 1.25 whip. That's a pretty good mark for Mr. Will Engstrom. So he will see Lincoln Keenol's first, and then Jaden Weeby, Jack Merkwan, the first 3 hitters for Pierre Post State as we are set for baseball here this evening. Welcome you here on at KCCR and those watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Here's Lincoln Keenol's to lead things off, batting .375 for Post State. And for Keenol's, he's got just 3 runs driven in so far, but mostly on the leadoff spot for Post State throughout the year. Engstrom delivers the first pitch, and Keenol's will swing and ground a high hop to the shortstop in Heesh, and the throw to first is in time. So 1 pitch and 1 out here to open things up with first pitch at 5:03 here this evening. And I'll bring up Jaden Weeby. It's Weeby, Merkwan, Bennett Dean, Johnny Lyons, Jet Zabel, Grayson Hunsley, George Stalley, and then Breckin Kruger. We the 9 hitters here for Pierre Post State. Weeby batting 179. He fouls the first pitch straight back, and it's 0-1. So 2 pitches, 2 strikes, 2 swings from Post State. And 1 out, nobody on here at the top of the first inning. Engstrom with that sub-2 ERA through 12 innings so far in the season. The 0-1 misses low, and it's now 1-1 here to Jaden Weeby. No dimension signs up for here at Watertown. 1-1 is on the outside edge, taken for a strike, and it's now 1-2 here to Weeby. Weeby's trying to get that average up. He's got 1 double, 5 runs driven in. He's scored 10 times as he's been walked and hit 4 times each. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and a strikeout, and there's 2 quickly down here in the top of the first, and it will bring up the number 3 hitter in Jack Merquan.
Number 5, Jack Merquan.
Merquan batting 300 so far in the season. He's got 3 doubles, a triple, and 10 runs driven in. He's the first guy to double-digit RBIs on the team out of the 54 that have been driven in by Post State through 10 games. Not a bad mark for Merquan, averaging an RBI a game so far for the 5 and 5/8. First pitch misses low for ball 1. To the number 3 hitter, Jack Merquan. We'll go around the defensive positioning here. The 1-0 pitch is on the outside edge, and it's now 1-1. It is Denzer out in left, Roby in center, and Cyrus in right. Rabine at third, Heesh at shorts, Check at second, Zog at first. As the 1-1 pitch caught by Muchler, the catcher, and it's now 2-1 from Will Engstrom, the starting pitcher here in Game 1 for Post 17. Here's a 2-1 from Engstrom to Merquan. That one's fouled away on the right side, and it's now 2-2, and Engstrom is a strike away from a 1-2-3 inning so far on the year for Will Engstrom. He has gotten 3 1-2-3 innings. And of the 27 games that Watertown has played, they've got 30 1-2-3 innings. Here's the 2-2. And Merquan will rip it out to left field, going back to left fielder, back towards the wall, and he'll make the catch. And Denzer retires his side. It is a 1-2-3 inning for Engstrom here in the top of the first. After an inning, half inning, it is no score between Pierre and Watertown with the Post 17 coming to the plate. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner. They will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Ferding Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684. Back here at Watertown, as it is the bottom of the first, and it will be the Post 17 coming to the plate. Isaac Pollock is on the mound. We'll go through the starting lineup here for Post 17. Ryan Rowe, the center fielder, leading things off. Drew Denzer, the left fielder, batting second. Braden Zaw, the first baseman, will bat third. Ben Altoff, the DH, batting fourth. Jared Cyrus, the right fielder, batting fifth. Andrew Check, the second baseman, batting sixth. Carson Muchler, the catcher, batting seventh. Marcus Rabine, the third baseman, batting eighth. And Jack Heesh, the shortstop, will bat ninth. Will Engstrom again on the mound for Watertown, not in the order, with the DH Ben Altoff. And Isaac Pollock is on the mound for Post State. This will be his third start. Had a very good outing at 3 2/3 last time against Spearfish. Picked up his first win. And for Isaac Pollock so far, 6 1/3 innings. His ERA has dipped down to 5.526 and a whip of 2.053. He is 1-0 in his 2 starts. Did not get a decision against Brookings in his first start, as it is 3 hits so far against Pollock, 8 runs, 5 of them earned, 10 walks, 10 strikeouts so far for Isaac Pollock. So you feel like that the walks will continue to die down for Isaac Pollock as he gets dialed back in, a super senior for Post State, as he'll deliver the first pitch to Ryan Roby, and will miss for ball one. For Ryan Roby so far on the season, he is hitting .311. Hitting .288 as the count is 2-0 here to Roby. .288 batting average, 7 runs driven in for the leadoff man, Ryan Roby. 2-0 pitch. That one will bounce in. Now 3-0 here to the leadoff man. And again, for Watertown, this is game number 28 of the summer, or the summer season, playing in the spring and into the summer. Here's the 3-0. That one will miss, and it'll be ball 4, and it'll be a leadoff walk here issued
after the walk. Brings up
to
number
Ryan
8,
Roby.
left fielder, Drew Denzer.
And here is now Drew Denzer, the left fielder. And here's the thing for what Watertown has, and of course when you look at, you're saying, wow, they played 27 games and Pierre's only played 10. Well, but that's because the big thing is that they don't play a high school season, as the count is 1-0 here. 5 straight misses for Post State. Starter Isaac Pollock here to begin this ball game. He works for the stretch now. The runner on first, 1-0 pitch. That one also upstairs. 6 straight misses here for Isaac Pollock. A 2-0 count to Drew Denzer. And Denzer batting .333. He's got 1 triple, 5 doubles, 6 extra base hits here for Denzer, but it's now 3-0, as it's been 7 straight misses here for Isaac Pollock to open things up. Probably taking all the way here is Denzer. 3-0 pitch. That one is over the middle, and sometimes all it takes is one to get things moving. And we'll see if Isaac Pollock can work from that strike. Here with 1 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. 3-1 pitch, runner takes off. It is high for ball 4, and it's back-to-back walks here to open things up.
Next up,
as that'll make a quick mound visit.
Braden Zog.
As Braden Zog will come out, and Peyton Zabel, who is back with the team and making his way back into coaching duties for Post State. He is making a quick mound visit here to talk with Isaac Pollock. And there's not many teams in the state that will be able to have as a strong of a pitching coach as what Peyton Zabel brings along. The knowledge, and of course, pitching at Texas State, being a D1 guy, he's got a lot of knowledge as it is. But what Peyton Zabel brings, he has so many different. He's such a smart coach. He has got a lot of knowledge, and he loves to learn more about baseball. That's what you love about what he brings to this Post State staff. As that one misses upstairs to Braden Zog, the lead or the number 3 hitter, with the runners at first and second here, and nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. That one's over for a strike, and it's now 1-1 here to Zog. Braden Zog, as he comes in hitting .278. He's got 2 home runs, 19 runs driven in. That one is also upstairs, and it's now 2-1. Takes a ground ball to get you 2 outs, and the inning is completely different. Here's a 2-1. That one's on the outside edge. That one's taken for a strike, and the count is now 2-2 here to Braden Zog. No swings yet from this post-17 team with 2 walks so far. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Here's the 2-2 from Pollock. The curveball that misses outside, and the count's now 3-2. And Coach Ryan Neal will see if he's going to try and maybe get the guys in motion here at 3-2 and nobody out. Here's a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. There's a big strikeout for Pollock. There's 1 down, and it brings up Ben Altoff. That's a huge strikeout to get. And now here for Ben Altoff. And Althoff so far, 194 so far on the season. He does have a bomb. He has one of the 4 bombs. Zog, the other 2 of the other 4, and Jared Cyrus, who is due up next, has the 4th home run. He's got 9 runs driven in. First pitch at the top of the zone, just missing for ball 1. With 2 on and 1 out. Again, this is a ground ball that can turn this inning into the top of the second very quickly. 1-0 pitch. That's upstairs, and it's now 2-0. Good velocity there from Polak, just too high in the zone. Here's the 2-0 from Polak. That one misses upstairs, and it's now 3-0. Ben Althoff, and for this Watertown team, they're hitting .270 with runners in score position so far in the season. They're 0 for 1 right now in this ball game with that strikeout from Zog. Here's a 3-0, and it won't miss, or it won't catch the zone, so it's a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are now loaded.
Next up for post 17, right fielder number 12.
And it brings up Jared Cyrus. And for Jared Cyrus, he gets the bases loaded, and 1 out, an opportunity to try and get Watertown the early lead. But again, just getting a ground ball can turn this inning into nothing. There's a foul first pitch here to Jared Cyrus. As for Jared Cyrus, a .316 batting average, 18 runs driven in. That's second on the team behind Zog. At the pitch in the dirt, good take from Cyrus and a good block from Grayson Hunsley. Not a big backstop here at Watertown. It's one where if that ball gets away, you got to be sure you got to make that first initial jump to it. 1-1 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 2-1. 3 walks issued so far here in the inning. Bases are loaded here with 1 down and a 2-1 count. There's a swing and a foul, and it's now 2-2. A strike away from getting the second out here. Here for Isaac Polak. It is Jack Merquan out left, Brecken Kruger in center, George Stallion right, Johnny Lyons at third, Lincoln Keenels at short, Jane Wiebe at second, Bennett Dean at first, Grayson Hudsley behind the plates, and Polak will deliver the 2-2 as he works from the windup. That one's fouled at the plate, so it remains at 2-2. So a 2-2 pitch upcoming once again. It's a big first inning here for Watertown, who has struggles in game 1. They've had their struggles in game 1, but an early lead is beneficial for them. This is a big inning for both teams. Here's a 2-2 again. That's upstairs, and the count is now full at 3-2. And here is a big pitch upcoming. Here's a 3-2. There's a fly ball to center field. Brecken Kruger goes back, still going back, looking up. It's 1 hop off the bottom of the wall. 2 runs are going to score. The 3rd run right behind, and will score a step behind after Denzer, as Althoff read that one perfectly and was racing Denzer home, and all 3 runs score on a bases clearing double for Jared Cyrus. And there is a 3-0 lead here for Watertown here in the bottom of the first inning. And it will bring up Andrew Check, the second baseman. And a quick 3-0 advantage for Watertown. All 3 runs that scored came in via the walk, or all got on base from the walk. First pitch is upstairs to Andrew Check, the second baseman. So that puts Cyrus in the RBI team lead with now 21 in the season. There's a swing and a miss, and it's now 1-1. So 1 hit, 3 runs so far here for Watertown. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's now 1-2 here to Check. On deck will be Carson Muchler, the catcher, the number 7 hitter in the order. Pollock peers in. He comes set. Here's the 1-2. A check swing, and it went off the bat a second time, but because check was still in the batter's box, it is a foul ball. That one would have been interesting had it not hit that bat if it would have stayed fair down the first base line. But instead, check will have another opportunity with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Pop up. It's going to be coming in. Brecken Kruger, long run coming in. Lincoln Keenels goes out and makes the over-the-shoulder catch. And there's now 2 down. Good play there from Lincoln Keenels. That's a tough play for any shortstop to make. It's a long run for the center fielder to come in. And what Keenels did well was peer back to look to see where Kruger was at, look back up and locate the ball without really breaking stride. So he didn't lose his momentum looking at Kruger, but he continued to move back and saw that he had the best play at it and was able to make the catch. There's a fly ball by Mutchler out to Merquan in left. He'll wait back on it, and he'll make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the first inning. 3-run score on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. It was a 3-run double from Jared Cyrus to give Watertown a 3-0 lead at the end of the first inning. Back in a minute, you're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre. New name, same great service. Whether you're looking to get your vehicle worked on, need a new part, or looking for a new ride, Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is here for you. We'd love the chance to buy your vehicle too. Visit us at Awahi Days. We'll have a booth set up with giveaways. If you're thinking about ordering a new vehicle, be sure to stop by and see one of our sales specialists. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota, 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
It is the top of the second, and Post-State down 3-0 here with a 3-run double from Jared Cyrus. And the Eights will be looking with 4, 5, and 6 to try and get things going here. Bennett Dean will lead things off, followed by Johnny Lyons and then Jed Zabel. He might reach his base. It'll be then Grayson Hunsley as the Eights find themselves down here early against a pitcher who threw now 13 innings on the season has been very, very good. Engstrom has been very good through his 13 innings of work now. An ERA of sub 1.5. And Bennett Dean will be the first man to greet Engstrom here in the top of the second. Last time that Dean saw a pitch against Watertown, he took it deep to end their season. First pitch to him. He'll swing and get the first base hit of the ball game for Post-State. That will make its way out towards left center field and all the way out towards the wall where Bennett Dean will stop with a leadoff double. First pitch swinging for Bennett Dean. He goes the other way, and Post-State is in business to kick things off here in the top of the second. As it brings up Johnny Lyons. And for Bennett Dean, he continues to swing the bat well to open things up here. Who cares if he's been off all winter and spring, not playing any baseball at college? He's batting .409 coming into this contest. He continues to swing a very good bat here in this first part of the season into the 11th game of the year. Here's Johnny Lyons. First pitch to him. He'll swing and foul that one straight back, and it's 0-1. Another guy that's swinging the bat very well to open things up in the season. Lyons, so far, he is batting .400. 1 extra base hit, 7 runs driven in. It's a good spot to be 4-5 and have 2 guys that are hitting over 400. That one's fouled back, and it's now 0-2. The confidence for both these guys are very good to start the season. You like to see guys swing the bat with a lot of confidence. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Engstrom now to Lyons. That one is upstairs, missing for ball 1. And for Post State, they continue to swing the bat well, 31 strikeouts in 10 games. One so far here in this ball game, but that average just at 3 strikeouts per game. Here's the 1-2. And Lions will foul that one away and remain at 1-2. When you get you look back in the spring and the Eights just struck out too many times, too much looking as well, not even swinging the bat. It struck out too many times looking, and so far it's been the opposite here, as Lions will pop it up, foul, and it will get out of play again. And so it remains at 1-2. A good battle here between Engstrom and Lions. Out of the 31 strikeouts for Post State, only 8 have been looking. So if they're at least going down, they're going down with a hack. Dean leads away from second. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Here's the 1-2. That is outside. And a good take there from Lions. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Eights third baseman. Dean, the first base runner, first base hit. He stands at second base. 2-2 pitch. That is also outside, and the count is now full at 3-2. On deck is Jet Zabel, the DH here in Game 1 for Post State. Watertown struck for a 3-run double off of Jared Cyrus to open things up. Here's the payoff pitch from Engstrom to Lions. Upstairs and a walk. First walk issued from Engstrom, and the first 2 have reached base. First and second with nobody out.
Number 16,
and it brings up Jet Zabel. And for Zabel, Zabel's hitting 188 so far to open things up here in the 2022 summer. But looking for a big base hit here. Looking for RBI number 4. First pitch is over for strike 1. A base hit could bring home Dean. Of course, with nobody out, you got to make sure that ball gets down in the outfield. Here's the 0-1 from Engstrom to Zabel. He'll line that one into right center field. That is down for a base hit. Dean will round third. That gets past the center fielder, so now Lions, he's going to stop at third base. It's a 3-1 ball game, and the tying run has moved into score position as well. Second and third with nobody out. And Post State a base hit away from quickly tying this ball game right back up as Grayson Hunsley will come to the plate.
Number 14, Grayson Hunsley.
So Zabel will get the double, the RBI double. Center fielder maybe in Roby didn't have the right angle to it, but was unable to cut it off, and Zabel ends up at second base. Lions stops at third, and it's Grayson Hunsley now. He swings and misses at the first pitch. Grayson Hunsley also looking for that average to start jumping back up, back where it was in the spring, batting 95 so far. But again, what you like about what Grayson Hunsley has done, as the 0-1 pitch is outside and it's now 1-1, he continues to swing the bat. He's not up there looking for any kind of walk. He's continuing to swing the bat. Just 1 strikeout for Grayson Hunsley. He has walked once, struck out just once. Here's the 1-1. And he'll put that one up in foul territory with the third baseman over. In a lot of foul territory here at Watertown on the third base side. And Rabine will make the catch for the first out.
After the fly
and we'll bring up George Staley.
George Staley.
Staley, the right fielder here, the number 8 hitter in the order. A base hit could tie this ball game up. And again, this is where Watertown plays football as well. So the sideline is in foul territory on the third base side. Not a lot of room on the right first base side in the right field in foul territory. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Staley. But where Pierre's dugout is at, they are far away from the action. Here's the 0-1. There's a ground ball that'll bring home Lions on a high hop. The shortstop makes the play, and Heesh drives in the second run of Lions. It's an RBI ground out for Staley.
Next up,
and with 2 down, Jet Zabel moves to third base as well.
Brecken Kruger.
And it's 3-2. and Brecken Kruger has the opportunity to tie the ball game up with a base hit. And for George Staley, that is RBI number 6 of the summer. First pitch is in the dirt. It's in front of home plate where the catcher and Mutchler couldn't find it, but because it was in front of home plate, Engstrom was able just to jog his way down, pick up the ball, and Zabel unable to score off of it. And again, it's a tight backstop. If you get the right hop, and maybe it could roll its way around the backstop, but you got to be sure if you're going to try and take home on a pass ball. That one on the outside edge and over for a strike. And it's 1-1 here to Brecken Kruger. Batting .333 so far. He's got 5 runs driven in. His 7 hits all been singles. He's looking for RBI number 6. Here's the 1-1. That one outside, trying to paint the corner, paint the edge, the black of the plate is Engstrom. That one just missing. And the count's now 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one will bounce in. Good block there from the catcher Mutchler. And it's now a 3-1 count. On deck, top of the order, Lincoln Keenel's waiting his turn to potentially maybe tie the game up if Kruger ends up walking. Here's a 3-1 from Engstrom to Kruger. That one's taken for a strike at the top of the zone of the letters. Now 3-2. And for Engstrom, while there's a base open, 2 bases open, I'd like to keep that leadoff man sitting on deck to end this inning. But here is Kruger trying to tie the ball game up. 3-2 pitch. And Kruger will skide out towards center field. Moving in is Roby. He'll camp underneath it, makes the catch, and retires his side. And it keeps a 3-2 ball game. But it is 2-run score on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. It is a 3-2 lead for Watertown over Pierre. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
It is the bottom of the second. Post 8 down 3-2 here to Watertown. John Winkler here on this Tuesday evening as we welcome you back in. And Post 8 down 3-2 right now as Isaac Pollock probably looks like he wants to have a redo after that first inning, but we'll see what he can do here in the second and try and keep this a 1-run ball game. It will be 8-9-1. Rabine, Heesh, and Roby with the first 3 hitters for Watertown Post 17. After tonight's Post 8 will have Wednesday, Thursday off, and then they start the Dakota Classic Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They'll play at 7:30 on Friday, 5 and 7:30 on Saturday, and 9:30 a.m. on Sunday. And again, the Sunday game will be on Capital City Rock. You can still watch it on YouTube at KCCR Sports, but the Sunday game at 9:30 a.m. will be on Capital City Rock on the radio, so you have to go to CapitalCityRock.com to stream it if you want to listen to old-fashioned way. There's a first pitch ground ball right back to Pollock. He'll throw on to first and retire the leadoff man on 1 pitch. And Marcus Rabine, and it will bring up now Jack Heesh. Jack Hesh. So Jack Hesh, the number 9 man, as he comes to the plate. As for Hesh, not have a, there it is. He is batting .311, takes first pitch strike. .311 batting average. 12 runs driven in, just one extra base hit though. One double, 13 singles for Hesh. As that one will be bouncing in, back to the backstop. 1-1 the count here to the number 9 man. Ryan Roby, the leadoff man, is on deck for Watertown. Here's the 1-1 from Polak. Line shot back up the middle, a base hit for Hesh. Second hit of the ball game for Watertown. And with one on and one out, and it will bring up the top of the order. And Ryan Roby, he walked to lead off the bottom of the first, came around to score on the 3-run double from Jared Cyrus. They got the scoring started, made it a 3-0 ball game. Now it's sitting at 3-2 here in the bottom of the second inning. On offense so far from these two teams. Here's the first pitch from Polak. One misses just a bit upstairs for ball one. Isaac Polak in after the first inning, looking for a big 0. Here's the 1-0. That one's at the letters, and it's now 1-1. Polak was the top guy for Post State last year. He was excellent every time that he was out on the mound last summer. It was a lot of fun to watch him throw, and really for what Isaac Polak did last summer, Post State was in the midst of struggling out of the gates, and Isaac Polak came out through a complete game. There's a line shot to center field, but it's right at Brecken Kruger. He'll make the catch, and there's now 2 down. That one's a hard hit ball by Roby that probably going to be a little upset that he was out on it, but you can't tag a ball any better than that. And for Isaac Polak, that's a good pitch to get a second out. It's now 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. But Polak was able to get a complete game. Then all of a sudden things just started to turn around for Post State, and they've had a strong finish to the end of June as Hesh was leaning to second on the pickoff attempt, but he was able to dive back in safely with Drew Denzer at the plate. And ever since then, every time that he was penciled in to be on the mound, you knew that things were going to go well for Post State. Runner takes off in the first pitch. It's a strike, but not caught cleanly by Hunsley, trying to get up and ready to throw it before he'd fully squeeze the mitt. So it's a stolen base for Hesh. He's on second. A base hit could drive him in, but there's 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Denzer walked his first trip to the plate. Here's the 0-1. That is a very good pitch by Polak that is taken for a strike. And the count's now 0-2. That is hard for a hitter to find anywhere to go with it. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one will bounce in. There's a really good block there by Hunsley, able to scoop that up. Keep the runner at second, and the count's now 1-2. Here to Drew Denzer. Braden Zog is on deck. Runner at second, 2 down here at the bottom of the second. 3-2 lead for Watertown. 1-2. That one bounces in. Another good block there from Hunsley to keep it in front. Count's now 2-2. Runner has to stay at second base. So 2-2 pitch upcoming. Going straight away. The outfield here for Post State. 2-2. High and outside, now 3-2. Zog again on deck, the number 3 hitter. Isaac Polak trying to get out of this inning, leave that number 3 hitter for the bottom of the third inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Just a bit outside, and it will be ball 4. It is now first and second with 2 away, and we'll bring up Zog. They again had the open base. Maybe not one to get the number 3 hitter and walk the guy to get the number 3 hitter, but a ground ball, you can flip it to second easy way. Lions can step on the bag at third. Whatever comes easiest for Post State with first and second here. First pitch to Zog is upstairs for ball 1. Zog will be looking for RBI number 20. got 9 extra base hits, 6 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. 1-0. That one is skied up to center field. Long run coming in for Kruger. He'll pull up. He'll make the catch, and that will end the inning. Stranding first and second here in the bottom of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on. We head to the top of the third. 3-2 lead here for Watertown over Pierre. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Wahi Federal Credit Union member? At Wahi Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Wahi Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Wahi Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
It is the top of the third inning, and Post State's down 3-2, as it will be the top of the order. Lincoln Keenels, Jaden Wiebe, Jack Merquan, the first 3 hitters here for the Eights. Keenels grounded out his first at-bat. First of 2 here today in Watertown. Game 2 will be coming up here after this one concludes, as the Eights right now looking to get over 500. Sitting at 5-5 on the season. Here's the first pitch. Open up the top of the third. That one is on the edge for strike 1, 2 Keenels. 0 for 1 so far. Batting .375 coming into action today. Here's the 0-1. That one's upstairs, and it's now 1-1. Engstrom gave up those 2 runs, which is the doubles his earned run total. 13 innings, gave up 2 earned runs. Last inning gave up 2 earned runs. On the RBI double from Jed Zabel and the RBI ground out from George Stalley. Counts 2-1 now here to Lincoln Keenels from the windup. Here's a 2-1 pitch. And Keenels on the off speed will pop it up foul on the first base side, and that will be too far out of reach for the first baseman and Zog. And it evens up at 2-2. Guarding the line at third base is Rabine. Big hole on the left side of the infield, and the second baseman in check is playing up almost behind second base. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That one is popped up right side, first baseman, and Zog will call for it. He'll make the catch. And the leadoff man retired here to open things up in the top of the third inning.
Second baseman, Jaden Wiebe.
And here's Jaden Wiebe, struck out swinging his first trip to the plate. And that hasn't happened very often for Wiebe. That's just the second time he struck out all season. And again, for Post State, 32 strikeouts against their nearly 10.5 games. Here's the first pitch from Engstrom to Wiebe. Several signs going across here. Here's now the first pitch. Bounces in for ball 1. Wiebe 0 for 1 with that strikeout. 3-2 our score here in the top of the third. Pierre at 5-5, Watertown 9-18. Here's the 1-0. The curveball that catches the inside corner, and it's now 1-1. That's a tough pitch for any hitter to do anything with. That's a good pitch from Engstrom. Here's the 1-1. That one is going to catch the outside edge as well, and the count's now 1-2. So Wiebe will have to protect here with 2 strikes against. 1-2 pitch from Engstrom to Wiebe. That one is well outside as the catcher and Mutchler set up almost in the left-handed batter's box. Here's the 2-2 now. Wiebe checks his swing. They asked him if he went. He said he swung. The ball was missed by the catcher and Mutchler. He threw it down to first, and it will retire Wiebe. And that will be the second out. Yeah, he checked his swing. They checked the first base umpire, and that's where the strike was called. But the ball had been missed by the catcher and Mutchler and hit the dirt anyway before he even got to Mutchler. But he's still able to throw to first and retire Wiebe for the second out. Second time that he's gone down on a strikeout here in this ball game. Here's the first pitch to Jack Merkwan. The curveball that catches the top of the zone. Watertown played their first game on May 5th. They had a doubleheader sweep of Aberdeen. There's a ground ball by Merkwan to the shortstop. Hesch will make the play and retires his side. Another 1-2-3 inning for Engstrom. We have the bottom of the third. It's still a 3-2 ball game as Watertown leads Pierre. You're listening to Post-8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, yo, Speedo's Lawn Care.
Hello. Say, my yard's in rough shape. It's got weeds, brown spots, and crabgrass.
Yeah, no problemo. What shade of green you need? We got 31 shades of green over here. Even the latest shade of septic tank grass green. That one just naturally gives off a glow.
Call the professionals at True Green. They know how to get your lawn healthy and keep it healthy. They guarantee it. All technicians are trained and certified.
Call True Green, 224-1916.
Did you ever hear the real story about the old woman who lived in a shoe, who had so many children she didn't know what to do? Well, in the story, she wasn't given much credit. Believe me, she knew what to do, all right. She called my mom, Tara, at Kathy Sunshine Properties. She told my mom she wanted a house with 5 bedrooms and a large yard with room to run. Tara found her the perfect house and sold the shoe to a one-legged basketball player.
For your happily ever after, give me a call at Kathy Sunshine Properties, 605-224-5588. That's 224-5588. Visit contactkathy.com or stop by our new location at 301 West Capitol Avenue in Pierre.
It is the bottom of the third inning in Post-8. They are down 3-2, and Watertown will have 4, 5, and 6. Ben Althoff will lead things off, followed by Jared Cyrus, Andrew Check. Be the first 3 hitters with Cyrus that will come up with those 3 RBIs. He drove in the only 3 runs that Watertown has scored so far in the bases clearing double in the bottom of the first inning. So now here is Althoff, who walked and came in to score. First pitch to him is upstairs for ball 1. Smart base running by Althoff on that double from Cyrus at first base. He knew he was going to have plenty of time to get back to first base, but he was almost to second base. So, I mean, he was chasing home Denzer. That one's popped up, shallow left field, and Lincoln Keenels runs out there like a wide receiver to make the catch. And the leadoff man retired. Running routes like his receiver's done in football. And there's now 1 down. And here's Jared Cyrus, who had the 3-run double. But back to the point of Althoff, he made his way out to second, and once that ball was down and the runner at second base and Denzer took off, I mean, he was a step and maybe a half behind him. So you're waving one guy around, you're waving 2 guys around to try and score, and both of them scored without a throw, which that would have been very interesting and looking like Rookie of the Year with 2 guys trying to score from trying to both slide in and save about the same time. That one's on the outside edge. It's now 1-1. Here to Jared Cyrus. Picked up RBIs 19, 20, and 21 in his first at-bat. Here's the 1-1. Here's a ground ball, left side. Keenels will field. He waits on. Throw to first is in time. 2 down now here in the bottom of the third inning. and it will bring up the number 6 hitter,
second
and Andrew
baseman,
Check.
Andrew Check.
Check. Also, he popped out to the shortstop, Keenels. That was out into center field. So there's 2 down, nobody on here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. A 3-2 ball game. Here's the first from Polak. One is upstairs for ball 1. Check so far. A 208 batting average. One is upstairs. It's now 2-0. Watertown hitting as a team at 245 so far. The count is now at 3-0 here to Andrew Check. But a team only slugging 342. On base percentage higher than their slugging percentage. That one will miss for ball 4, and it will be a 4-pitch walk. And not a clean inning
Now
here for
on
Isaac
April
Polak.
17, number 15,
But it brings up
Carson
now Carson Muchler, the catcher. To preface it, Post State not slugging much higher, though, at 369. An on-base percentage of 396. So both teams have a higher on-base percentage and slugging percentage. OPS at 765 as a team for Pierre and 703 for Watertown. First pitch to Muchler is on the outside edge, and it's 0-1. The outside strike has been there for both teams. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Polak to Muchler. That one's fouled off the mid of Hunsley, and it's now 0-2. Saw that last inning. Engstrom was trying to extend out, and that's try and move a little bit farther out on the outside pitch on those right-handed hitters. Because the outside edge has been there for both Polak and Engstrom. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Reaching for it and poking it out to right field for a base hit is Muchler. And it's now first and second here with 2 away. It's a 2-strike approach and a base hit from Muchler.
Now up, number 7,
So
Marcus Rayby.
now at first and second, and Raybine now will be the hitter. Raybine grounded back to the Polak in his first trip to the plate. He swung at the first pitch that he saw. The lefty will dig in with an RBI opportunity here with 2 away. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. And that 2-out walk right now, and Check at second base. A base hit could score him. Here's the 0-1, or excuse me, 1-0. That one's popped foul. That will get out of play, and it's now 1-1 count. Here to Raybine. Shading to pull is Kruger. Stalley out in right field. Big gap out in left center field for the left-handed hitter. 1-1 pitch behind him and does not hit him as Hunsley is able to make the play, too, make the catch. So the count's now 2-1. Keenel's holding on, the runner at second base. Here's a 2-1. It's high and outside, now 3-1. On deck is number 9 hitter in Jack Hesh. Hesh would have the potential opportunity with the bases loaded. But a good hitters count here for Raybine. 3-1 pitch from Polak. Upstairs for ball 4. Second walk issued of the inning, and the bases are now loaded.
Now up for post 17,
And
number
it will
10,
bring up
Jack Hesh.
Jack Hesh. He singled back in the bottom of the second, was stranded at second base. So he's looking to go 2 for 2 and also driving a run. As it'll be the 6th walk issued from Isaac Polak here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch is outside for ball 1. No action in the left field bullpen, which is technically still in foul territory, but it'll be a long run in foul territory to try and go get. Here's the 1-0 pitch also upstairs, and is now 2-0. And Coach Brian White will make his long walk from the third base dugout out to the mound to talk with Isaac Pollock. Again, the foul territory here at Watertown, it's the football field, and you're playing in the corner, and this hooks around a small half bowl at Watertown with the football press box basically looking straight into the outfield. But that is a long run. It almost put it into the Oakland territory of how far of foul territory it is out on the third base side compared to the first base side, where it's a lot smaller of a walk from the dugout to the fair territory. So as Coach White makes his way back to the dugouts, a 2-0 count here with the bases loaded and 2 away. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one catches the outside edge, and it's now 2-1. The big strike for Pollock. Here's the 2-1. That one just a bit upstairs, now 3-1, and Pollock's got to go attack Hesh, the number 9 man. Does not want to walk in a run. Here's a 3-1. I want to be taken for a ball, and it will walk in a run. And it's now a 4-2 lead. An RBI for Hesh.
Up next, infielder number 6, Ryan Roby.
And here is now Ryan Roby. So bases remain loaded. 2 outs. And here's Roby, who walked his first trip, then flew out to center field. Second out in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. Bases are loaded here with 2 away in the bottom of the third. The 1-0 will be in the dirt. Blocked up by Hunsley, and the count's now 2-0. And a good block there by Grayson Hunsley. On third is Mutchler. Second is Rabine, and Hesh at first. 2-0. Also missing low, and it's now 3-0. You have Jet Zabel, the DH, along with Gary Nedved and Connor Bruce on the bench for Post 8. That one will also miss a 4-pitch walk. Back-to-back walks issued by Pollock that have scored runs.
After the walk, now up, left fielder
And it's
number 8,
now a
Drew Denzer.
5-2 lead here for Watertown. First 2 guys went down in order. A walk, single, and 3 straight walks. There's a ground ball back to Pollock. That'll get him out of the inning. And Post State will get out with minimal damage across here in the bottom of the third. 2-run score on 1 hit. There were no errors and 3 men left on base. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Post State is down 5-2 to Watertown. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
4, 5, and 6 here for Post States. It was the 4, 5, and 6 that got the things started in the top of the second. They got the 2 runs across, but they trail at 5-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. Bennett Dean, Johnny Lyons, and Jet Zabel to be the first three hitters here for Post State to kick off the top of the fourth. As Will Engstrom was able to get a 1-2-3 inning in the first and third so far against the top of the order for Post State. But Dean, who led off the second with a double, came around to score on the RBI double from Jet Zabel. Post State's 2 hits have been extra base hits. Just 3 hits so far for Watertown. 5 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for Post State. The Eights have stranded 1 runner, and Watertown has stranded 6 so far through 3 innings. Bennett Dean will lead things off as he comes to the plate.
Number 13.
Doubled
Bennett
to left
Dean.
center field, his first at bat on the first pitch that he saw. As he'll dig back in to lead things off here in the top of the fourth inning. Here's the first to Dean. That one will miss low and it away. An off-speed pitch from Will Engstrom. The big inning here for the Eights to try and get right back where they were. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one bounces in, and it's now 2-0 as we're near the halfway point of game number 1. And you are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. A 5-2 lead for Watertown as we open things up here in the top of the fourth inning. Bennett Dean waits on the 2-0. He'll ground that one on the right side, rolled over on it, picked up by the first baseman. He'll put the tag on instead of getting to the base. That was the smart move by Zog. And he will retire Dean to kick off the top of the fourth inning.
Next up.
And we'll bring up Johnny Lyons. 3 runs in the first for Watertown and a 3-run bases clearing double from Jared Cyrus. Jet Zabel had an RBI double and an RBI ground out from George Stalley in the second inning, made it a 3-2 ball game. And then 2 walks with bases loaded, so RBIs for Jack Hesh and Ryan Roby have made it a 5-2 ball game as we play here in the top of the fourth inning. If you're just joining us here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Here's a ground ball by Lyons, fielded by the shortstop in Hesh. The throw to first, back ground outs to kick off the top of the fourth inning. And that is now
up for Post State.
8 in a row
16,
retired by
Zabel.
Will Engstrom. After the first 3 reached base, Dean, Lyons, and Zabel, he retired Hunsley, Stalley, and Kruger in order. And has got the 1-2-3 inning in the third and has retired the first 2 to kick off the top of the fourth. Here's the first pitch to Zabel. He'll ground that one foul over on the right side, and it's 0-1 here to Jet Zabel. Engstrom looking for his 9th straight retired. Here's the 0-1. Misses inside, and it's now 1-1. Grayson Hunsley would bat next here for Post State. If Zabel is able to keep this inning alive, here's the 1-1 pitch. That one bounces in, and the count's now 2-1. And Zabel, with that 188 average, he picked up his 4th double. All of his hits have been doubles so far in the season. And he also picked up his 4th RBI along the way. That one's fouled back, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes here. With 2 away, nobody on in the top of the fourth inning. Post State trailing 5-2 to Watertown. Will Engstrom had that 1 inning of allowing 2 runs to score, but has been perfect other than that second inning. 2-2 pitch. That one's popped up. Left side, the left fielder will make the catch in Denzer. Another 1-2-3 inning. That's 9 straight now retired in a row for Will Engstrom. And a 5-2 lead after 3.5 for Watertown. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles. Plus, a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com. Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre or visit their website at ComtechPlus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
It is the bottom of the fourth inning, and Watertown leads Pierre 5-2 as we welcome you back here at Watertown Stadium. And for Watertown, 3, 4, and 5, Braden Zog, Ben Altoff, and Jared Cyrus, the first three hitters here for Watertown. 8 men came to the plate last inning with another 2-run scoring, and the bases loaded. Bases were left loaded in that bottom of the third inning. So the Eights are needing a big at 0 and then trying to start their comeback as we are hitting the halfway point of game number 1 of our doubleheader. Second game will be up about 20 to 30 minutes after we get done with game number 1, as Braden Zog will come to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far. He struck out swinging back in the first and also flew out to center in the second, as he awaits the first pitch of the bottom of the fourth. And he'll swing the first pitch and line that down the left field line. It's down for a base hit. It'll roll to the fence, get extra bases. Pops off one of the poles that goes a little bit to Jack Merquan's left as he looked at the fence. And it will be a leadoff double here for Braden Zog. And it's an early man in score position here for Watertown post 17. And it is now here's Ben Altoff, walked and also popped out to the shortstop Lincoln Keenels into shallow center field, or excuse me, shallow left field. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Here to Ben Altoff, Jared Cyrus, and then Andrew Check be the next 3 hitters. Here's the 1-0. That one is upstairs, and it's now 2-0 here to Ben Altoff. Leading away from second is Zog with a leadoff double, 2-0 pitch. That one will catch the bottom corner of the strike zone. It's now 2-1. Here's a 2-1 from Paul Ogdenson. Time is called, and Grayson Hunsley, a little bit of some dirt in the eye. Everybody get reset here with a 2-1 count. Wind is blowing out towards left field. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's upstairs. It's now 3-1. Watertown missed a lot of the rain that Pierre had, and it made its way from Pierre up northeast, but it stayed far enough west that it didn't really affect Watertown. Only 1,700ths of rain here in Watertown. 3-1 pitch. Misses just a little bit low and outside, and it's now first and second here with nobody out.
Jared Cyrus.
And now here's Jared Cyrus. And time will be called, and we're going to have a pitching change with a couple of different guys going around. It looks like Jet Zabel will come into the ball game to play the outfield, and Jack Merquan will go to the mound. So we'll step aside for a minute. We'll come back with the changes. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Renneman a call at 605-224-2161.
Little Sweet! Did you miss your exit?
For the second time in a row.
Ooh, third time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet, but forget your phone instead? So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
I'm so ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so safe. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
So as we welcome you back here, Jack Merkwan is on the mound for Post State as he will deal with first and second and nobody out. Jet Zabel will move into the game to play left field, so there will be no changes in the lineup. The DH will just go away for the rest of this ball game as Merkwan will move from left field to the mound. This will be his second appearance. He went 4 innings, allowing 11 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. So he's got the ERA right now of 8.75, whip of 3. And that batting average against right now at 524. So Merkwan looking for a solid second outing here in relief. Isaac Pollock will go 3 innings. We can't close the book entirely on him quite yet. He's responsible for the first 2 guys that have reached base. But he went 3 innings, allowing 4 hits, 9 walks, and 1 strikeout for Isaac Pollock. And Jack Merkwan will try and keep this a 5-2 ball game, but he will deal with Jared Cyrus, who had the bases clearing double back in the first inning. First pitch, he'll swing and pop it up towards left center field. Moving over is Zabel, but he will not be able to make the catch. Both runners are moving, so they're going to try and send one home. Keenholz will throw it home. The throw is not caught by Hunsley, and it will end up being a run scored to make it a 6-2 ball game. As Althoff forced Zog to score, it ended up working out well for Watertown, but nearly was disastrous. But it ends up being a RBI, and we'll wait to see the official scoring of it, but it's a double for Cyrus, and it's now second and third with nobody out. And the corners are in. First pitch outside for Andrew Check. So Check now has an opportunity to extend this lead. 6-2 our score here with nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Swing and a miss is now 1-1. Here to Andrew Check. Second and third with nobody out. The 1-1. That is outside, now 2-1. Merkwan going from the windup here with runners at second and third. The corners are in. 2-1. Comes inside and is now a 3-1 count. On deck is Carson Muchler. And a foul ball on a 3-1 pitch by Andrew Check. That makes it a 3-2 count. Here with nobody out. Ends up being a double and an RBI for Jared Cyrus, his 4th RBI in the ball game. A 3-2 pitch upcoming here from Jack Merkwan to Andrew Check. Swing and a miss. Here's a big strikeout for Merkwan. First of the day for him. First out here in the bottom of the 4th. And it will bring up Carson Muchler.
Number 15, Carson Muchler.
Pollock went 80 pitches, 32 of them for strikes. Again, he's been tagged for all 6 runs and 1 more that's still out there at third base. That is his responsibility, but Merkwan trying to straighten him out at third. Here's the first pitch to Muchler. Comes inside and taken for ball 1. Muchler singled and came in to score back in the 3rd inning. He is 1 for 2. Also flew out to then was Jack Merquan out in left field. 1-0 pitch is a ground ball. That is just fouled down the third base line. And that was fouled by less than a foot, and the count's now even at a ball and a strike. This Watertown team is hitting much better with runners in scoring position here in this ball game. As although Cyrus and I guess Cyrus has been hitting the ball well with runners in scoring position. He's got 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. The other 2 runs that have scored for Watertown have come in from a walk. Count is 2-1 here to Carson Muchler. Merquan delivers. Line shot, and that's through the hole left side for a base hit. 1 run will come in to score. They're going to hold up the runner at third. So an RBI single for Muchler, and it's now a 7-2 ball game with runners at the corners.
Single up next, number 7.
And it brings up
Marcus Rabine.
Rabine for an opportunity, another RBI opportunity. So Muchler is now 2 for 3 in the ball game. We can officially close the book on Isaac Polak, who went 3 innings, giving up 7 runs on 4 hits, 9 walks, and 1 strikeout in his 3rd start of the season. Now the 2 runners on base are Merquan's responsibility. With a double from Cyrus, he's now at third base, and the single from Muchler. Showing bunt, pulling it back is Rabine. Seven to 2 our score here in the bottom of the 4th inning. A 2-run inning here in the 4th inning, showing bunt again, pulling it back and taking it high and outside again for a ball. It's now 2-0. 3 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, now here 2 in the 4th, with just 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Game 1 of our doubleheader. And Watertown looking to end their 8-game losing streak. Pickoff attempt and back in safely. Over at first base is Muchler. And Pierre has not fared well at this field for the last couple of years. And a couple of heartbreaking losses. One in the high school season, one where they got no hits. And ultimately it just didn't play very well in that doubleheader against Fargo and Watertown. Or I guess part of the triangular, but those 2 games. 3-0 pitch will miss outside, and it will be ball 4. And now the bases are loaded.
After the walk,
and it will bring up the number 9 hitter, Jack Hesh. Hesh is 1 for 1. He's singled, and he also walked in a run in his 2 trips to the plate. Was stranded at second base both times. He is the 7th man to come to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. From the windup, here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss by Hesh, and it's 0-1. Again, Pierre will then travel to Sioux Falls on Friday. Part of the Dakota Classic. Play 1 game Friday, doubleheader on Saturday, and then 1 game Sunday morning. 0-1 pitch is a high chopper. Lions will field. No chance to throw to second or at home, so he'll go to first, retire the runner at first base. An RBI ground out makes it 8-2. And it will bring up the top of the order in Ryan Roby.
Ryan Roby.
So there's now 2 down as Cyrus scores. Muchler over at third. Rabine at second. And now Ryan Roby with an 8-2 lead will step to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. There's a swing and a miss on the first pitch. Flew out to Brecken Kruger in center. And his only official at-bat. The other 2 times he also walked in a run, his second walk. That one is outside, and it's now 1-1 here to Ryan Roby. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it comes in and hits Roby. So it's the 3rd time he's been on base And the bases are again loaded.
Up next, left fielder, number 8.
And it brings up now Drew Denzer, who has also walked twice, and he grounded back to the pitcher. The only time that he's been retired. 9th man to come to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch. One miss low and outside for ball 1. Walks have been the story. Three walks issued in the inning, 2 walks issued in the inning with a hit by pitch. And the count's now 2-0. So far, 10 walks with a man hit by a pitch. 11 free passes here from Post State. There's a ground ball. That's down the third base line, and it is fair. 2 runs are going to come in to score. Zabel will keep the runner at second, but it's now a 10-2 ball game. And an RBI single from Drew Denzer, 2 RBI single.
After that single,
and as it scores Muchler and Rabine. And now it's first and second. And Braden Zog has another opportunity at the plate. He doubled and came around to score earlier in this inning. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game. First pitch, swing and a miss as he cut on the off speed. Post State in the top of the 5th inning will have 7, 8, and 9. And all of a sudden, the 2 runs that are on base right now come in to score. Post State will be needing to score to keep the ball game moving. That one's fouled back. And it's now 0-2. And Marquand now a strike away from putting an end to this inning. 5 runs have scored on 3 hits without an error so far. 0-2 pitch is taken on the outside edge for strike 3, and that will retire the side. So 5 runs scored, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We have played 4 completes, and Post State is down 10-2 to Watertown. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
It is the top of the 5th inning, and Post State has a lot of work in front of them right now, down by 8, 10-2, as they'll have 7, 8, 9 to work with. And a game that's got away from them because of the walks. 10 walks issued so far. Another man hit by a pitch, 11 free passes in 4 innings. Almost, that's loading the bases up. Them having to put the ball in play, and Grayson Hunsley will be the leadoff man. Grayson Hunsley, George Stalley, and Brecken Kruger, the first 3 hitters. 7, 8, 9 for Post State as they trail it right now 10-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Hunsley popped out in foul territory to the third baseman. His first trip to the plate. First pitch is at the top of the zone, the outside edge for strike 1. 9 straight retired from Will Engstrom. 0-1 pitch is popped foul and out of play. And it's now 0-2. And so far for Engstrom, he is the 3 base runners that he has allowed, a double, a walk, and a double. And all came back to back in the top of the 2nd inning. Other than that, he has not allowed a base runner. 0-2 pitch. There's a base runner for Post 8. Line shot into center field for Grayson Hunsley. He's got the third hit of the ball game, and the 8s have the leadoff man to kick off the top of the 5th inning. As that'll bring up George Staley. That's a good piece of hitting there for George Staley. Or excuse me, for Grayson Hunsley. And now George Staley has an opportunity. He had the RBI ground out, which made a 3-2 ball game back in the top of the 2nd inning. Staley digs in, waits on the first pitch from Engstrom. Good off speed, good breaking ball from Engstrom that catches the top of the zone for strike 1. Hunsley runs for himself over at first base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Staley a check swing, fielded by the first baseman, throw to second for 1, back to first. It's not going to be in time. A 1-6 fielder's choice, and a 3-6 fielder's choice, nearly turned into a 3-6-1 double play. But the speed of Staley is able to beat it out. So now there's 1 down, and it brings up Brecken Kruger.
Number 6, Brecken Kruger.
And again, Staley didn't want to swing at it, didn't even get the full check swing on it. But he grounded over to the first baseman. And a good play there from Zog. So there's still 1 on and 1 out. Now Staley over at first base with Kruger to the plate. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Kruger flew out to his counterpart in the center field in the top of the 2nd inning. Here's the 1-0 from Engstrom. Swing and a miss. And a breaking ball that finished in the dirt. And the count's now 1-1. Runner on first, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Post 8 down by 8, 10-2. Here's the 1-1 from Engstrom. That one's in the dirt. Staley takes off for second. To throw to second will get skipping to center field. Staley doesn't hesitate on his way to third. He'll stand up at third base. So a pitch in the dirt that Staley is able to take to second, and the throw got into center via air charge of the catcher and Mutchler. And it's now a runner on third base here with 1 down, and with a 2-1 counts, Brecken Kruger's got the opportunity to put one in the outfield and make this a 10-3 ball game. Here's a 2-1. That one is on the outside edge. And it's now 2-2. And that outside strike has been there all game from the home plate umpire. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Kruger swings and misses on a pitch on the outside edge, and he'll go down on strikes. There's now 2 down. And it will bring up the top of the order. Here's Lincoln Kienholz.
Next up, Pierre,
the big
7,
there's a big run here for Post State. Yes, they're down by 8 here at the top of the 5th inning, and you score 1 run and drop it down to 7. May not seem like much, but it's a big run to break up the momentum that Watertown is on. They scored the last 7 runs in a row here. As Kienholz waits on the first pitch, he'll ground it to the left side. Charging in, bobbling the third baseman, unable to make the play. Lincoln Kienholz is safe at first. George Staley comes in to score, and that run will score for Post State to make it a 10-3 ball game. That was a tough play for the third baseman in Rabine that probably is a base hit, and it ends up being an RBI for Kienholz. It's a tough call. We'll see the official score. The tough play for the third baseman. It's the speed of Kienholz as well. First pitch is over for strike 1. Depends on if you like offense or defense a little bit more on what you end up calling it. Kienholz leads away from first. Jaden Wiebe at the plate. 0-1's the count. Somewhere in the gap could score Kienholz. He'll take off with the pitch. That one is low and outside. Kienholz will stand up at second base with a stolen base. So he is in scoring position, and now won't even take a gap shot from Jaden Wiebe, just a base hit to make it a 10-4 ball game. 2 outs here at the top of the 5th inning. Here's the 1-1 to Wiebe. That one's fouled back, and it's now 1-2. There's good patience there from Wiebe to stay on it on the off speed from Engstrom. The count is now 1-2. Wiebe so far 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He has had 1 coming into this ball game. Now Keenholz is picked off at third. A throw to third base. He is out. And that will retire the side. But I think the biggest question here before we take a commercial break is that the pitcher step off. I guess he doesn't actually have to throw the ball to second. So as long as he stepped off the rubber, he is out at third base. And going to keep it here for just a little bit longer to make sure that there's no questioning and talking about it. But I think the argument won't be won by Coach White, and that will end the top of the 5th inning with Keenholz being picked off, trying to go from second to third. We step aside for a minute, come back with the bottom of the 5th. Post State down 10-3. Listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Oahe Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
It is the bottom of the 5th inning in Post State down 10-3 as we welcome you in here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Jack Merkwan on the mound right now here for Post State, and he will deal with 4, 5, and 6. Ben Altoff, Jared Cyrus, and Andrew Check. And Watertown is in the spot here. They score get another 3 spot. They will end this ball game. And 2 of the 4 innings so far, they have scored 3 or more. Scored 3 in the first and 5 in the fourth. They scored another 2 in the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch to Ben Altoff. And he'll pop this one up left side. Jet Zabel will go back. He can't find it. And it's going to hit over his head, land at the fence. And it will end up being a double for Ben Altoff on a pitch that was, or a fly ball that was just lost in the sun for Zabel. So the leadoff man is on to kick off the 5th inning. And here's Jared Cyrus, who has another RBI opportunity. 4 runs driven in already for Jared Cyrus. And with a base hit, he's already 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and 4 runs driven in, but a base hit could notch his 5th RBI of the ball game. Here's the first pitch from Merkwan to Cyrus. Comes high and inside for ball 1. The sun factor here as it's going to sit behind us in the broadcast. There's a line shot to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. That's going to be a 3rd double of the day for Jared Cyrus and his 5th RBI. It's now 11-3. And Jared Cyrus is having himself a pretty good week here in game number 1. So he'll bring up Andrew Check, who is 0 for 2. Check flew out to center, to short in shallow center, and he also struck out swinging with a walk in there. 11-3 now our score with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the first pitch to Check. Showing bunt, and he bunts it back to the screen. And it is 0-1. So a 5 RBI day in game number 1 for Jared Cyrus. I said that's a pretty good week here in game number 1 for Jared Sayers. 3 doubles as well. He's 3 for 4 with 3 doubles. 0-1 pitch taken for a strike, and the count's quickly 0-2 here to check. Might be a guy to try and contain here in game number 2. It is a back-to-back doubles to kick off the bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. The curveball that slipped out of the hand of Merkwan, but got up to the top of the right-hander batter's box where Hunsley was able to make the play before he went to the backstop. So the count is 1-2 here to check. Merkwan gets set. The 1-2 pitch is upstairs, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shadow's not quite yet becoming a factor, but the way the sun is setting, it will eventually be a factor in this ball game, if not the second ball game. 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Merkwan. First out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And it will bring up now Carson Mutchler, who is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He had an RBI single in his last at-bat. That was in the 4th inning. Number 7 man in the order for Watertown. They still have 6 outs left to get or score 2 runs. But they're breaking out of an 8-game losing streak in a big way. First pitch is fouled off the mask of Hunsley. And Post State at 3-2 in South Dakota games. In danger of going back to 500. And also in danger of falling under 500 again. Would fall to 5-6. Watertown played their first Legion game May 5th. Post State, yes, that team outside of Merkwan, Dean, and Pollock, they were part of the spring season. They were still playing for the Pierre Governors at that time. That's why the big discrepancy in games have been played so far between the two teams. That one misses inside. The count's now 1-1, but if you add the 27 games that the Pierre Governors played with the 10 so far, Pierre has played more than what Watertown has. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball left side off the glove of Lyons into left field. And run will round third. He will come in to score to make it a 12-3 ball game. Be an air charge to Lyons. And all of a sudden, Watertown has the winning run of the game on base.
Next up for pull 17.
Be an air charge to Lyons. And here is Rabine, who has been on base twice with 2 walks. And that runner on first base, and Mutchler with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. He has to come all the way around to score. And for Post State, he cannot come all the way around to score here in this 5th inning. A 9-run game here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch is taken top of the zone for strike 1, the outside corner. And it's 0-1 here to Mutchler, who, again, here's going to be to Rabine, who is 0 for 1, grounded back to the pitcher and walked twice. That one will skip in the dirt, gets away from Hunsley just barely, but enough for the runner to move up 90 feet to second, and now in scoring position. So base hit could win game number 1 for Watertown now. Here's the 1-1. That's outside. Now it's 2-1. On deck is Jack Hesh, the 9th man of the order. Then it's back to the top of the order for Watertown. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Rabine will pop it up on the infield. Lincoln Keenels will call for it. He'll make the catch. There's now 2 down. And it will bring up the number 9 man in Jack Hesh.
Next up for Bull 17, your
Hesh
choice,
is
number 10, Jack Hesh.
1 for 2. He has gotten 2 RBIs, but he did not get an RBI on the single that he had in the 2nd inning. He walked in a run in the 3rd, and he grounded out and forced in a run back in the 4th inning. So with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th, here's the first pitch from Merkwan to Hesh. That is on the outside edge and is taken for a strike. Runner on second again with 2 outs. He'll be off with contact. Base hit would most certainly end this ball game. A 1-0-1 pitch is outside. It's now 1-1. But Merquan's also a pitch away from getting out of this inning and giving Post State a shot down by 9 at the top of the, going into the top of the 6th inning. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball over to Lyons at third base. So look, the runner at second, but he'll throw to first, and it retires the side in. We will continue the ball game into the top of the 6th inning. 2-run score on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We have played 5 completes. It's a 12-3 ball game for Watertown over Pierre. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from his Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
It is the top of the 6th inning, and Post State is down 12-3, but it will be 2, 3, and 4 here for Post State. Jaden Wiebe, Jack Merquan, and Bennett Dean, the first 3 men to come to the plate, and Post State has to find some offense here. Down by 9 with only 6 outs remaining. And for Pierre, this is some guys you want in the lineup here at this point in the ball game to get things going for you. Because Wiebe will lead things off. He was up to the plate when Keenels was thrown out from second to third. But Wiebe is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's due for a hit to open things up in the top of the 6th inning. Well, it does start to take from one guy getting a base hit to just continue to go down the line. First pitch is over for strike 1 to kick off the top of the 6th. The bottom of the 6th inning for Watertown, they'll have the top of the order. And for the 8th, they're hoping to maybe add some more add some runs here. Count is 1-1 here to Jaden Wiebe. That big run, that was an important run to get in the top of the 5th. That helps extend this ball game into the 6th inning. Counts 2-1 here to Jaden Wiebe. Keenels reached on the air with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning to score George Stalley. And Stalley made that happen by taking second on a pitch to the dirt, and the throw got to center field. It counts now 3-1 here to Wiebe. Merquan is on deck. Here's the 3-1. Line shots, one hopper fielded by the shortstop in Hesh as he throws away from him and can't get Wiebe out at first. That was a heck of a play there by the shortstop in Hesh, but Wiebe will beat it out for an infield single.
Next up, number 5.
And it will
Jack Merquan.
Bring up Jack Merquan. Just the 4th of the ball game for Post State. They had 2 in the 2nd when they scored 2 runs. 1 in the 5th where they did score a run. I mean, that's a good sign for Post State. Every time you get a base hit in an inning, you end up scoring. First pitch to Jack Merquan is on the outside edge for strike 1. Merquan's 0 for 2. He flew out to left and also grounded out to the shortstop. It's 2 trips to the plate. So far in the 4 hits, it is Dean and Zabel with the double. Hunsley and Wiebe with singles. That one's upstairs, so it's now 1-1. And Engstrom has been efficient so far. Here's the 1-1 pitch. The pitch number 75 from Engstrom, and it misses low, and it's now 2-1. So if he's able to find his way through this inning, he would have the opportunity of going all 7. With pitch number 76 on the way. Here's a 2-1 from Engstrom. And Merkwan will fly it out to center field. Coming in on it will be Roby. He'll make the catch. There's one down here at the top of the 6th inning. And that will bring up Bennett Dean, who was 1 for 2 with a double.
Fly out, number 13, Bennett Dean.
Dean was the first base runner for Post State. He came in to score on the Jet Zabel double. And he tries to continue his hot start here in above 400 batting average coming in. Leading the team is Bennett Dean. Here's the first pitch to him. That one will miss low for ball 1. Way beyond it first on the infield hit. One out here at the top of the 6th inning. Post State down by 9, 12-3. Here's the 1-0. That one will bounce into the dirt. The throw to second, and Wiebe is going to be safe. He got away from the tag. Was able to slide in safely. As the count is now 2-0. That was a good jump there from Wiebe. As that pitch hit the dirt, and he was able to find his way to second base. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one catches the inside edge, and at the top of the zone, the count's now 2-1 here to Dean. Seen Wiebe and Stalley both get good jumps at pitches in the dirt to find their way to second base. That one will miss low, and it's now 3-1 here to Dean. On deck is Johnny Lyons, and then be followed by Jet Zabel. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Dean will ground it to the right side. Took a bad hop of the first baseman. Somehow Zog was able to get the glove down to make the play and was able to flip it to Engstrom covering. And Dean is retired on his second ground out. Wiebe moves up 90 feet, though, to third. And Johnny Lyons, with 2 away, has an opportunity to drive in a run here for Post State to get the lead back down to 8 here in the top of the 6th inning. Lyons so far, he's 0 for 1, walked his first trip, then also grounded out to the shortstop. Now time is called. We'll get everybody reset here. The pitch number 82 upcoming here from Engstrom. So again, if he's able to retire Lyons, he'd be in a pretty good spot to finish out a ball game. The first pitch will miss low, and a good block there from the catcher and Muchler. And the count's now 1-0. Around 23, right at 23 pitches remaining for Engstrom here in this ball game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one will also miss low, and it's now 2-0. And a new baseball for Will Engstrom. Top of the order is due up in the 6th inning for Watertown. And as it sits right now, they'll need 1 run to win it in a 10-run rule. And they'll also would be 3 outs away from closing out game 1. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Lyons. That one will also miss outside, and the count's now 3-0. Lyons trying to be on base for the second time. He's the only walk issued so far from Engstrom. That was all the way back in the top of the 2nd inning. 3-0 pitch. That one will catch the top of the zone, the outside edge. Now 3-1. Still good hitters count here for Johnny Lyons. Again, base hit with Wiebe at third base. will easily score. Here's the 3-1. That one will miss high and outside, and it will be a walk issued to Lions. And it's now runners in the corners here with 2 away. Second walk issued.
Number 16, Jeff Zabel.
As Jet Zabel will come to the plate. Zabel had an RBI double in his first trip to the plate. He also flew out to the left fielder. Shadows are starting to creep in front of home plate. Again, really not much of a factor that close to home plate. But as the evening continues, will start to be a factor. Swings to the first pitch, pops it up left side. Third baseman, shortstop, everybody's left fielder will come in, and Denzer will call everybody off, make the play, and retire the side. No run score, 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We get to the bottom of the 6th, and Watertown with the top of the order up. All they need is 1 run as they lead at 12-3 over Pierre. You're listening to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
It is the bottom of the 6th inning, and it will now be Brecken Kruger on the mound for Post State, as he is trying to keep this a ball game that is at 12-3. And he'll deal at the top of the order. Jack Merkwan will go out to center field, and that will be the only changes for Post State. As for Brecken Kruger on the season so far, he has thrown in 1 game. It was at 4 innings. He picked up the win. That was the 9-5 win in 8 innings for Post State. He gave up 2 hits, 1 walk. So the ERA is 0, and the whip is 0.75 for Brecken Kruger so far in 4 innings of action on the mound for the rising senior. Ryan Roby, the first man to greet him, followed by Drew Denzer and Braden Zog. With just 1 run here for Watertown, they will finish off a Game 1 win, and not the start that Post State was hoping to have here against Post 17. That one will also miss low, and it's now 2-0 here to Ryan Roby. Jack Merkwan went 2 innings, giving up 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 5 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. For the relief effort of Jack Merkwan, the count's now 2-1 as that one's fouled back to the screen from Ryan Roby. Roby, 5th time to the plate. He's only got 1 official at bat. He flew out to center field in the 2nd. He was walked in the 1st, 3rd, and hit by a pitch in the 4th. Count's now 2-2 as that one catches the outside edge. He walked in a run back in the 3rd inning, so he does have an RBI so far in this ball game. Here's the 2-2 from Kruger to the leadoff man, Ryan Roby. As upstairs, and it's now 3-2 here to the leadoff man, Roby. Drew Denzer waits on deck. 3-2 pitch. On the inside edge and taken for strike 3. First strikeout for Brecken Kruger and his first man of the DCs. And there's 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it will bring up Drew Denzer. Denzer drove in 2 runs on a single back in the bottom of the 4th inning. That was part of the 5-run inning for Watertown. They were able to score 3 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 5 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth so far. That one's over for strike one. Denser's been on base 3 times. He's 1 for 2. He's got 2 walks and that 2 RBI single. Here's the 0-1. That one's fouled right back off the netting and pull that almost came back and hit the mask of Grayson Hunsley. If he had seen that, that would have dropped right into the glove if he just had put the glove out. The count's now 0-2. Would have been Joe Mauer-esque if he would have made that play. Here's the 0-2 pitch now from Kruger to Denzer. Reaching for it, poking out to right field, long run coming in, diving for it, and what a diving catch for George Stalley out in right field. That is a heck of a play from George Stalley, and there's now 2 down.
After that, play ball. Up next.
Boy, oh boy, that was a long run, great read, and a fantastic dive to make the catch. That's one where if it gets past him, it turns into probably a 1-out triple, but instead it's a fantastic play from Stalley out in right field. As the first pitch will miss for ball 1 to Braden Zog. Here's the 1-0 from Zog. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-0. Kruger looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. And all Coach White was asking, just give us a chance at the top of the 7th. You have to have a 0. You got to give us a chance. 2-0 pitch. That one's flown out to center field. Merquan going back on it. Still going back. He'll make the catch, and it is a 1-2-3 inning for Brecken Kruger. And Post State will have an opportunity in the top of the 7th. And will be a lot of work in front of them. Well, they would come to the plate down 12-3 with 3 outs remaining here in game number 1. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
So it is 7-8-9 here for Post State as they are down to their last 3 outs, down 12-3. And we'll need a big 9-run rally, but they could all start here with Grayson Hunsley, George Stalley, and Brecken Kruger after Stalley made that fantastic diving catch out in right field back in the bottom of the 6th inning. Post State in danger of falling to 5-6 on the year. Watertown will end their 8-game losing streak, which will push them to 10-18. And the Eights still, with a win in game number 2, they still would be winners of 6 of their last 8 games if the Eights are able to pick up the win in game number 2. But there's still 3 outs left to go here in game 1, so why baseball is such a great sport is that you got to pick up all. Now you have to pick up all 21 outs. You can win by a 10-run rule and not pick up all 21 outs, but here in this inning, you got to get all 3 outs. And Grayson Hunsley, who leads things off, he's 1 for 2. He singled and was retired on a fielder's choice back in the 5th inning. And the count's now 2-0. And again, for that 1 run that scored at the top of the 5th inning, if that run doesn't score and ends up being a 12-2 ball game, and we're getting set for game number 2 a full inning and a half ago, as it counts 3-0 here to Grayson Hunsley. But that run did come across the score, made it a at that time a 10-3 ball game. And now it's sitting at 12-3. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Upstairs, a leadoff 4-pitch walk. And it brings up George Stalley.
After the walk, up
And
next, right
something
fielder,
that you needed to have
George
happen to
Stalley.
open things up. That was pitch number 91 from Engstrom. So he's down to 14 pitches left to go before we'll have to have someone else toe the rubber for Watertown. First pitch is upstairs. 5 straight misses here for Engstrom to open things up in the top of the 7th inning. Grayson Hunsley on first. Here's the 1-0 to Stalley. That one is outside, and it's now 2-0. 6 straight misses to open things up. And this will bring out a mound visit here with the 2-0 counts in the top of the 7th. Game 2 will be coming up. That is on deck. We'll have that one just 20 to 30 minutes after this one concludes. Here from Watertown Stadium as you're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. Still in game 1 right now, but we're in the top of the 7th. Nobody out, a runner on first, and Post State is trying to mount a big comeback as big as you can this late in the game. They're down 12-3 right now, down by 9. And they're trying to find their way all the way back here in the top of the 7th inning. It was 3 runs in the first inning, a bases clearing double from Jared Cyrus. Made it a 3-0 ball game. Jet Zabel made it 3-1. George Stalley with an RBI ground out made it 3-2. Then a 5-2 lead after 3 innings. Then a 5-run inning in the 4th for Watertown. It made it a 10-2 ball game. Post State picked up a key run at the top of the 5th off of a 2-out error and made it 10-3. 2 runs scored, but did not get the 3rd run in, so it's still a 12-3 ball game as we play here in the top of the 7th. 2-0 pitch. That one will catch the zone. Now 2-1. First strike thrown by Engstrom here in the top of the 7th inning. Stalley is 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice last time. He also had the RBI ground out. That one bounces in the dirt. It's now 3-1. Hunsley stays put at first base, and it's not for Grayson Hunsley over first base. Your run doesn't mean anything, and it means more if you don't score it. So he stays at first base. Here's the 3-1. That one will catch the top of the zone, and the count's now 3-2. On deck, the number 9 hitter, Brecken Kruger. Here's a 3-2 from Engstrom to Stalley. And Stalley will shoot that one out towards left field, going back on it, still going back. It's over the head and bounces over for a ground roll double for George Stalley. And the first 2 have reached base to kick off the top of the 7th inning. Stalley nearly put that one over the fence, but there's 2 on and nobody out, and it's the number 9 hitter, Brecken Kruger.
Next up, for Pierre, number 6, Brecken Kruger.
And give Brecken Kruger a lot of credit. A 1-2-3 inning in the bottom of the 6th. That's why we're here in the top of the 7th. And Engstrom will not be able to finish this game, not get the complete game, as Ryan Neal on his way out to make the change. And we will have a new man on the mound. Will Engstrom go 6 full innings, giving up 2 earned runs, but Post State will still have an opportunity here. Nobody out. Runners at second and third as we are playing here in the top of the 7th. Back in a minute. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Verdig Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Verdig Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Verdig Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Verdig Electric, 224-8684.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Weston Everson is on the mound now with runners at second and third, and nobody out here in the top of the seventh. This will be his 11th appearance of the season. He has thrown 14 2/3 innings, 11th relief appearance now coming up. He's given up 24 hits, 18 runs, only 9 of them earned, with 6 walks, 8 strikeouts, a 4.295 ERA and a 2.045 whip. As Brecken Kruger will be the first man to greet him. So Weston Everson is on the mound now for Watertown, with nobody out here in the top of the seventh. Here's the first pitch to Brecken Kruger from the right-hander Everson. That one is catching the outside corner for strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bounces in. Good block there from the catcher and Muschler, and runners at second and third and nobody out. There is no reason to test it, down by 9. You have to be driven in anyway. Here's the 1-1 pitch here to Kruger. That one will miss low, and it's now 2-1. Kruger's 0 for 2. He flew out to center field and also struck out swinging his 2 trips to the plate. On deck's the top of the order. Here's the 2-1. Kruger swings through it, and it's now 2-2. And again, this is for Post State down by 9, just trying to pass along the torch. Kruger out towards right field. Coming in on it will be the right fielder, Cyrus. He'll make the catch, and no tagging from Hunsley at third. And there's one down. And again, with down by 9, you don't want to run yourself into an out.
Up next, number 7,
as
Lincoln
Keenels will come to the plate. If you're trying to tie this ball game, if it's a 12-11 ball game, that might be one where you think about testing it. Probably still don't. It was too shallow, but one that down by 1 that you're more likely to guess or maybe think about sending him. Again, probably still too shallow, so you probably weren't going to send him anyway, as the first pitch misses to Lincoln Keenels. He's 0 for 3 so far, reaching on air his last trip to the plate. That one is on the outside edge, and it's now 1-1. Ground out in the first, popped out in the third, and reached on the air in the fifth. That one will bounce in. That one will get to the backstop as it bounced away. And Hunsley will jog in to score to make it a 12-4 ball game. So now a runner on third base with one away in a 12-4 game, and Keenels can drive in Stalley, who had the double that put both runners in scoring position. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Keenels fouls it away on the other side, and it's now 2-2. Here the leadoff man in the batting order for Post State. On deck, Jaden Wiebe will be followed by Jack Merkwan. Post State has got their first run of the 7th inning in. Here's a 2-2. That one will miss low and outside. Now 3-2. Here to Lincoln Keenels. Payoff pitch upcoming from Everson to Keenels. Ground ball left side. That's through for a base hit. And it makes it a 12-5 ball game. RBI single here for Keenels. And it brings up Jaden Wiebe. And again, it's can't get every run back at one swing.
Next for Post State.
And for all these guys, while it's a long road to come back from, you still want to have good solid at-bats. You don't want to mail it in. Go up there with a with a solid at-bat. Wiebe is 1 for 3 so far. Struck out twice, but singled his last trip to the plate. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Kano's on for the second time. He's on at first after he drove in George Stalley. There's a fly ball to the right field. Cyrus coming in. He dives and he makes the catch. The throw coming back into first. There's now 2 down, and nice play out in right field from Jared Cyrus to make that second out.
Next up,
and brings up
number 5,
Jack Merquant. Boy, that was actually maybe Altoff's out in right field. But what a fantastic catch. There's Cyrus still out there in right. That one's upstairs for ball 1 to Jack Merquant. Merquant's 0 for 3. Flew out to left, grounded out to the shortstop, and flew out to center field. Here's the 1-0. Keenels will take second. Catcher's indifference was not being held on. No throw to second. The count is now 2-0 here to Merquant. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And Merquant will launch it into left field, but that will be fouled as it hits the edge of the fence out there in left. Out there where Jet Zabel is starting to get loose as the starter in game number 2 for Post State. 2-1 the count to Merquant. And the pitch popped up on the right side of the infield. First baseman will call for it. And the catch is made by Zog, and that will end the ball game. Post State scores 2 in the 7th inning on 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and 1 man left on base. But it is a 12-5 win for Watertown. Their 8-game losing streak comes to an end, and Post State will fall to 5-6 on the season. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back and wrap up game number 1. 12-5 win for Watertown here in game number 1. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game.
I know my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Well, we welcome you back here to Watertown Stadium as Game 1 comes to an end. Post State drops at 12-5 as they tied at Watertown in hits, 8-8. They had one less error than Watertown, 2-1. They left on 4. Watertown left on 9. But the biggest story of the ball game were the walks issued. 10 walks in total. Another man hit by a pitch. 11 free passes from Post State, where you look on the other side of it, and it was 2 walks issued in total, as it was Grayson Hunsley and Johnny Lyons drawing a walk. The only 2 free passes that were issued in game 1, as Post State drops it 12-5 to Watertown. Game 2 coming up here, 7:30, looking for a start time. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, we will end the game 1 broadcast, and then we will come back with our second game here in just a little bit. But we'll have up here in Watertown in game number 2 here in just a little while. We'll also hear from News Director Zach Nelson, who will have his 5 o'clock news for you, as we'll step aside here from Watertown, send things back to the station. 12-5 win for Watertown in game number 1.